Welcome to So Basically Explained, where the books and history you faked reading actually get good. Messy plot twists, chaotic characters, ancient drama that hits harder than your ex-bestie's rebound. Let's break it down. So basically, and spoiler warning, because I'm telling you literally everything. Okay, babe, buckle up, because Brave New World is not just a book, it's a vibe. It's giving dystopian Kardashian couture meets science lab fever dream, like if AI and astrology had a baby raised on therapy memes and designer drugs. And I am here to explain all of it like your brutally honest Gen Z bestie, catching you up on 18 chapters of absolute government-mandated chaos. So, picture this. It's the year 2540-something, but they don't even call it that. They use AF for after Ford, like they literally built their world around a car. Not even joking. Henry Ford is their Jesus. Like instead of amen, they're out here whispering Ford be praised and making the sign of the T instead of the cross. The gaggery. Anyway, in this world nobody's born. That's embarrassing now. People are manufactured in literal baby factories called hatcheries, where eggs are fertilized in tubes and arranged by caste before they're even embryos. Alpha at the top, hot, smart influencers. Epsilon at the bottom, basically tech support in 40-hour shifts. You don't get to glow up or level up. Your vibe is permanently assigned. Chapter 1 starts inside the central London hatchery, where a group of wide-eyed baby scientists are getting the "This is how we mass-produce people" tour. Like, welcome to the Build a Human workshop. We meet the director of hatcheries, DHC, who's basically the CEO of Weird Vibes, and his right-hand guy, Henry Foster. They show off how they can clone one embryo into 96 twins using something called Bokanovsky's process. Yep, imagine one guy showing up to the function with 95 identical brothers. Nightmare fuel. Also, they control intelligence and job type by adding or removing oxygen during development. Like, oh, you wanted to be a scientist? Too bad, you're now a sewage engineer because we starved your embryo brain. They literally condition the babies with electric shocks to hate flowers and books. Because flowers don't make money and books might make you think. Can't have that. Then we meet Lenina Crown, a beta babe who works in the hatchery and is currently dating Henry Foster. Lenina is that girl. Always moisturized, never reads, lives for obstacle golf and vibing in the sky in helicopters. But suddenly she decides to be a little quirky and go on a trip to the Savage Reservation with Bernard Marks. Now Bernard is an alpha, but he's built like a short king and has, brace yourself, thoughts. He wants to be alone sometimes. He wants to feel things. He doesn't want to hook up with random girls every night like society tells him to. Basically, he's the world's only soft boy. People treat him like a defective iPhone. Bernard's bestie is Helmholtz Watson, another alpha who's also realizing that everything is awesome actually kind of sucks. He's a writer who's like, why am I only allowed to write jingles about perfume and not, like, the meaning of life? Honestly, I love Helmholtz. He's giving tortured poet energy in a world that only wants Love Island contestants. Meanwhile, the society runs on a drug called Soma, which is basically legal Xanax plus tequila with no hangover. You feel bad? Take a gram. Break up? Take 2. Existential dread? That's a 3-gram night. Emotions are illegal, remember? Okay, so Lenina and Bernard go to the Savage Reservation, which is basically a zoo where normal humans still exist. And this is where it gets juicy. They meet a guy named John, aka the Savage, who's the biggest plot twist in platform boots. John is the actual son of the DHC. Remember him? But was born naturally. You, how dare. He's read Shakespeare, has a whole lot of feelings, and basically drops into this sterile TikTok filter of a world like, y'all think this is normal? Bernard brings John back to London to flex and make the DHC look bad, which he does. It's iconic. The DHC gets publicly cancelled. John becomes a total spectacle. Everyone's like, OMG, he reads poetry and has trauma? So hot. But plot twist. John's not here for this influencer collab. He hates the fake joy, the constant Soma, the meaningless sex. He literally throws Soma out the window like he's doing a one-man protest. Meanwhile, Lenina, who was thirsting hard for him, tries to seduce him, and he straight up calls her a whore. Like it's Shakespeare, but with rage issues. And while Bernard is riding the temporary fame of knowing John, he gets clingy and insecure and people start clowning him again. Helmholtz, though, actually gets John. They vibe over literature and rebellion, but Helmholtz isn't quite ready to be banished for it. Eventually, John fully snaps. He goes to a lighthouse to live in isolation like a depressed influencer quitting Instagram. Reporters and crowds follow him. People come to watch him punish himself. It's giving Black Mirror. He spirals, he whips himself, it's traumatic. He participates in an orgy under the influence of Soma. The next day, he can't take it anymore. He ends his life. Yup, that's the ending. So, what's the tea? This book hits like a meme wrapped in an existential crisis. On the surface, it's sterile and happy, but deep down it's a whole commentary on control, consumerism, and how a world without love, family, or struggle might actually be a living hell in cute clothes. It's not saying the past was better, it's saying that a life without choice, without mess, without feeling anything bad also means you don't get anything real. No heartbreak, but also no real joy. So yeah, Brave New World is basically, imagine a society where everyone is hot, chill, and high, but no one ever truly lives. And John? He's the one person who wanted more. If you liked this breakdown, follow So Basically Explained for more stories that are somehow messier than your group chat. And that's the tea. From dead authors to ancient scandals, now you actually have something interesting to say at brunch. If you loved the drama, hit that follow and send this to the friend who still thinks history is boring. This is So Basically Explained, where we stop doom scrolling and start deep diving. Drop a comment. What shocked you the most? Or what would you have done differently? Catch you in the next one. Don't be late to the plot twist.